Good lord. I mean, I'm not reading all that, but he is pretty underrated. I think he's see people think Yans is like way better than him, but I don't know. Do you guys think he's really that much better? Because I think it's a pretty clear cut order of Yans, KO, and Card on Furia in terms of like order of greatness to not as good. But I could be wrong. But I think KO is actually super underrated. So just based off what I read in the first sentence and this, I think this user is probably right without reading everything. Um, yeah, KO has like really good shooting, really good offense. I mean, Fury's a great team too, so it shows. And he's been around the scene for a very long time. I remember KO always playing with Tander, I believe, on the South American scene. So, I mean, yeah, his longevity, I believe is the word, is unmatched. BDS is ranked 1 on this pick'em data. I don't know what the pick'em data means, but sounds like somebody thought BDS was above G2 in this case. And it's pretty funny how that works because BDS is the 2 seed and G2 is obviously the 1 seed. People expect G2 to be the best, seeing how they just got off a winter major win, which I don't blame them for thinking that. I actually do want to look at the rest of this list in a second, but I just want to share my thoughts. I think G2 is like people see BDS and think like they are the better team than G2 right now. They also won their 2 regionals alongside with G2 winning their 2 regionals. And you might think BDS has like, Monkey Moon Seiko extra. They're the ones on top. They're gonna with this new roster, no one can beat them. Blah blah blah. But I think G2 is actually underrated. As weird as that sounds. So yeah, I think a little disrespect to G2 here being at 2. Um, Everything else looks pretty normal. Falcons rated like very highly. They're at the 11th seed, but they're rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above V1, SSG, Furia, some notable names. I think that's accurate though, because I think the Falcons are really good. So you guys tell me if that's just undeserved or what. Liquid, great team. Carmine, it's really weird to see them so low because they have like 3 huge names as well, like Astral, Itachi, and it's not Stake. Who's the third these days? Noli, who they just got. I mean, all 3 of them are just insane. It's just like, I feel like they're more of like the mental game with Astral on whether they're gonna come to play or not. But they can be good. I don't know if they can be great, consistently. Keyword consistently, but Carmine is definitely a team that can like shave a series off of anybody here, and a lot of teams can do that. However, I think Carmine is like probably out of these teams on like the second half of the list. I think Carmine and Liquid would be the most likely teams to do so, and maybe Endpoint. Pioneers, I remember in the last regional or last major, excuse me. Super Latchy and Banana Head, they did really good. Team Secret is another Sam team. They are the overall 15th seed. They have Math, Knight, forget who the third is, but they're gonna be good. I think they play BDS day 1, and don't think they're gonna be ass because they're gonna be all right. And then a lot of optic disrespect. Liquid really got screwed by getting Falcons. I think the series is going to be so good, man. It's easily going to be the best series on the first day. No doubt about it. Please tune in and watch that. If you don't watch anything for the major, which I'm sure you're going to watch everything for the major, watch Liquid Falcons. Easily the first matchup for the best day, by far. Going to be crazy. It's just going to be so fast, too. There's literally going to be cars in the air, down the field, up the field, fucking. Like, it's going to be so fast, bro. Gamin gladiators have arrived in London. G2 in trouble, bruh. Rip G2. For real though, I hope they can get at least 1 game before having to head home. Maybe even an upset, but I can only get my hopes so high. I didn't even see who they would potentially play in lowers, assuming they do lose to G2. Oh yeah, it was pretty cool that Tokyo Verde was in the first major, then Detonator, now Gamin gladiators. It's kind of dope that three teams, like three different teams, got to experience coming to a major. I really do hope for the best for them though. Like in lowers bracket, I want to see if they have a chance at winning. I know that they have a coach. Their coach is Pulse OSM, which is a great Rocket League player. For those of you who do not know, and I am unfamiliar with all the players on this roster, but I'm hoping they can scratch a game off of somebody. Back in the last major, FaZe played Detonator, and Detonator actually won a game off of them, which is just the craziest thing ever, because that should never be happening ever. Karma announces an RLCS podcast with Kronovi and Spaceman. I'm actually kind of unfamiliar with who Spaceman is. I've heard his name, and I'm pretty sure I've seen him talk multiple times. I can't associate like that picture with the name. Well, I guess he's right there. Anyways, where I was going with this is do you guys actually watch or listen to podcasts? Do you like that? I'm not gonna go out and say like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast, you guys should listen to me. I'm just actually curious if that is something you guys are interested in, because I am not into podcasts, so I would not know if this is like peak content, etc. Because I like making YouTube videos, and that's about it. So, Karma says, just to be clear, post-game show will air directly after the London Spring Major on Sunday. This will also be happening after any RLCS events championship day. It's pretty dope. So I guess it's like kind of to wrap things up. It's like to summarize the events is what I got from that. And also we also have a podcast version of the show that will be Tuesdays at 5. Oh, so it's a show which is after the events, and then podcast version Tuesdays at 5. I see. So yeah, I guess if you guys really like Rocket League and you just want to listen to things, go ahead and check them out. Drees is one of the most underappreciated and underrated players right now. Once again, just gonna go ahead and skim over this. Drees did such a good job for G2, and I seriously hope he finds the team that's best for him, as he has some serious talent. So G2 lost against themselves, barely losing to G2. Agreed, says Reddles. Well, let me give my take on it. I think this first statement is very accurate, but I do want to say, like, in the fall major, I didn't think, like, I mean, obviously it's easy to say now, seeing how when Atomic came for the winter split, that he changed, like, the team and made them a championship team. But in the fall, like, I was watching Drees, and I wasn't as impressed with him as I thought I should have been. I don't know why. I think you can put anybody with Chicago and JNAPs and they'll look okay. So I guess I am like certified hating on him. But I will say, like, when he came to Envy, I didn't know if he would actually bring anything to the table, replacing Turbo and Atomic. At the time it was for Atomic, and now Illusion for Turbo. But anyways, I didn't think he'd like do anything for the team at all. I watched Regional 3 for the spring, or 2 it might have been, and I was just like solely watching Drees and his gameplay, and he was doing everything, like absolutely everything. Like he was playing mist level defense. He was like their #1 striker easily. He was doing like every solo play. He was getting people open, like passing. He was actually like the superstar on their team, and I literally could not believe my eyes. So, and hence why Envy actually like had. I mean, that's why they made the major. They were having some good runs in the 3 spring regionals. But yeah, no, Drees is actually like he is a force to be reckoned with right now. I think he is the leading force of and I said Envy. They're Optic now. LOL. Haha. But yeah, so in conclusion, Drees I think is the most improved player for me. I think that's a good title for him. That would be a good reward to give at the end of the season. Who is the most improved player in NA or EU for Pro League Rocket League? You should let me know if you're this far in the video, because I think Drees would be like a good contender for that in my eyes.